Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh, and a very good day to you. My name is Muhammad Irfan Iqbal bin Zahari. I and my friends will present and discuss about our group assignment for the fundamentals of management. Before we go further, I would like to introduce my team members, including their roles in this presentation. Me, Muhammad Irfan Iqbal bin Zahari, will talk about management in general and purpose of we doing this assignment. FARAH NAJWA BINTI TAHIR will explain about classical management theory and its three school of principles. SITI HAJAR BINTI HAMDAN will explain us about the major contribution and also the drawbacks of classical management theory. PUTERI SHAHIRA BINTI RAHMAN will express our view on the relevance of classical management theory in today's work context. Lastly, I will give the conclusion about our discussion and conclude the theory that we discussed for today. So we go to the first one, which is the introduction of this presentation, which is what is management actually. Management can describe as an act getting people together to accomplish desired goals and its objective using available resources efficiently and effectively. And it can also refer as the seniority structure of the staff members within an organization. An effective manager needs to develop a set of skills. It includes leadership, planning, communication, and organization. Manager also need an extensive knowledge of the company goals and how to direct employees, sales, and other operations to accomplish it. Next, we go to our purpose in this group assignment. We are here to discuss and explain more about the management theory itself and the principles that we have in the theory. First, the second one, which is we want to discuss about contribution and weaknesses that happen in the management theory. And the third one, we will express our view about the relevance of management theory in today's work context.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is FARAH NAJWA BINTI TAHIR and my metric number is A20A17N15. The answers for question 1 are as below. Classical management. The general view of classical management theory can be defined as a body of management thought that is based on the belief that employees only have physical and economic needs. It was introduced as a way to improve productivity within factories and other business during the Industrial Revolution. There are three classical management principles, which are specialization of labor, centralize the structure of leadership and decision-making, and wage incentives. Next, scientific management theory. Scientific management theory is famous for applying engineering science at the production floor or the operating levels. Frederick Winslow Taylor is the major contributor of this theory, and it is the reason why the scientific management is often called as a Taylorism. Scientific management theory focuses more on improving the efficiency of each individual in the organization. The advantages of scientific management theory are to enhance production as it concentrates more on improvement in business operation, ability to control, quick decision making, benefits to customers, and cost of production is reduced, while the disadvantages of scientific management theory requires investment of huge capital and considered as a costly system. Planning reduces productivity, not suitable for teams, work division, and avoids bargaining. The principles of administrative management theory are division of labor, authority, discipline, unity of command, unity of direction, subordination of individual interest, remuneration, centralization, line of authority, order, equity, stability of tenure, initiative, and esprit de corps. The principles of administrative management theory are division of labor, authority, discipline, unity of command, unity of direction, subordination of individual interest, remuneration, centralization, line of authority, order, equity, stability of tenure, initiative, and esprit de corps. Lastly, bureaucratic management theory. Bureaucratic management theory is developed by Max Weber that contain two essential elements, which are structuring an organization into a hierarchy and having clearly defined rules to help govern an organization and its members. Max Weber is a German sociologist that described a theory to operate an organization in an effective way, which is known as Weberian bureaucracy. This theory may be suitable for government organization but not suitable for business organizations. The principles of bureaucratic theory are authority hierarchy, formal rules and regulations, divisions of labor, career orientation, impersonality, and formal selection process.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is SITI HAJAR BINTI HAMDAN. My matric number is A20A1956. I want to continue about question 2. Identify and discuss the major contribution and drawback of classical management theory. First is boost organizational productivity by improving the efficiency of the manufacturing process by focusing on empirical research, particularly in the United States, where labor, particularly state labor, was in limited supply at the turn of the 20th country. And second, if both output was to improve worker efficiency. According to scientific management, a line of work should be decided to each employer has a well-defined and well-controlled task, and that particular process and procedure are strictly followed for each job. Next is positive responsibility to supervise and organize their job activity. As a result, the approach was only applied to low-level, repetitive and routine jobs that could be managed easily the supervisor level. Lastly, produce company to give more productive work a greater weight in the early part of 20th century. Scientific management theory became very popular as an application, was sure to lead improvement in productivity and efficiency. Next is bureaucratic management. First, rule and regulation that are accepted and thrown in writing to control and govern all decision and activity. Next, employers manager relationship that are impersonal with applicate personal responsibility and right statement or selection, recruitment and promotion decisions should be made on the based on technical competence. Finally, Weber framework for his theory of bureaucratic management aided in the establishment of many large firms. Lastly is administrative management. First is concentrate with ensure shop flow productivity. Second, the necessity to deploy standard for manage complex organizations such as a factory. Next, modern mass automatic implements line produce finished good at a rate far faster than taller cost efficient. Furthermore, management efficiency strategy was a drawback of classical management theory. The main drawback of classical management theory is experimentation. Many of the implementations made by classical writing are not based on scientific testing but on value assessment that state what they believe to be lifestyle, moral code, and the right attitude to success. The next drawback is failing to consider informal organization in their pressure on formal relationship in organization. Classical approach then to ignore informal relationship as characterized by social exchange between employers, the image of group leader other than those demanded by formal organization, and so on. Moreover, the drawback of a human machine. The classical theory leaves the impression that the organization is a machine and the workers are just the part of to have to be installed into the machine to make it work efficiently. Thus, many principles are related to making an organization efficient. With the instrumentation, the employers will compare with work arrangement if financial incentive can be achieved. Lastly, the drawback of the scientific state of organization is influenced by external conditions that often change over time. However, classical management theory show the pictures.
My name is SHAHIRA binti RAHMAN. Today I want to present the classical management theory to today's work context. First, what is classical management theory? The second is the opinion in classical management theory. The define of classical management theory is classical management theory is based on the belief of that worker only have physical and economic needs. It does not consider social need or job satisfactions, but instead advocates specializations of labor, centralized leadership, and decisions making and profit maximizations. The classical In my opinion, this classical management theory is important to further develop idea about this management theory because in the presence of error and there is room for improvements. This will cause the public to strive to fill the space so that in this field of management continues to progress and grow in the future. For small companies and entrepreneurs who have just opened a store, may be classic management theory that is relevant to them, but for the large company and consumer, this is very irrelevant because consumer now wants goods that are easy to access and easy to deliver and fast service, and also not forgetting the worker who wants less some jobs. That's all for me. Thank you.
As the conclusion from this discussion, we can see that management theory is the basic of the management itself, and as was said by our members, it is the body of management. However, in the world of modernization era, with a lot of companies like JLC, startups, and also SMEs, we must take the risk to adapt with the new method and theory to grow the company into the next level and something that we can satisfy for. Management theory also is also important and relevant nowadays because from the theory itself, it had introduced us to the world of management, and it also developed analytics for the company to run efficiently, and also it is the basic of management before we start our company. That's all from us. Thank you, and Assalamualaikum.